Hello and welcome to another episode of the Rebel Creatives Podcast. I'm your host Delano and I help creative entrepreneurs increase their revenue using the Rebel Growth System. So this is the last episode for 2022, right? This is it. We're here and I'd like to tell you a Merry Christmas on behalf of the Rebel Creatives family to yours. All right. Hope you had a wonderful day yesterday. And if you're listening this on our scheduled time, and you're looking forward to a new year, right? Now, tip number four is all about tracking everything. And it's very important when you're doing business to make sure that you're tracking all of your business efforts so you can know what is working, what isn't working, and it will allow you to save time and reduce stress when it comes to making decisions, right? Because we know how stressful it can be to make decisions, how it can be so time consuming too, for people to really make that decision and they don't know which direction to go, and for the most part they're making the wrong decisions because they weren't tracking. You don't know, you're most persons that I've seen, especially those just starting their business, is that they're making decisions from their gut feeling, their opinions, um, and maybe what people in their circle is saying or what they think is best, right? And in business, we want to make decisions that are factual, right? And the only way to do that is to collect data and then put that data in a format that is able for you to go through and then make decisions. And I like to say I make decisions based on the market, right? I let the market decide what I do. It's not what I think is best or what I know is best, but what the market wants. That's what I provide. And that is kind of a part of tip number two. The more you know, the better you're able to serve. But also in your business, the more you know about how your business is running and the things that are happening, is the better conversions you can get and the more impact you can make to positively change the lives of your audiences and prospective customers. All right, because you know exactly what they like, what they're gravitating to, so you can do that more to get them to be attracted to what you're offering and doing. Okay. Now, just a quick example of how you can do something like this is doing what we like to call a deep dive market research, right? When you do something like that, you're getting data from your ideal audience to then allow you to be able to better serve them, right? And then when you're tracking things like the emails that you're sending out, the text messages that you're sending out, the offers that you're presenting, the lead magnets, and you see which one is working better, then you can put all of your efforts into that one that is working so that you can get predictable outcome. All right. And that's exactly what we need to do as business owners. We I see where a lot of new entrepreneurs, they get caught up in the shiny object syndrome, right? They're all over the place doing all sort of things, and they're not doing not one thing good enough to get the results that they want to, get for their business. And that is where the Rubber Growth System comes in, because what we help our clients to do is to be laser focused in one way that they can, get better results, unlock their revenue potential, and we build it, we systemize it, and then we automate it. And while it's going, we're now using the data to optimize it to perform better and better and better. So it continuously is being improved upon, right? And that's the thing. We try to make it perfect first before we put it out there. And then when we put it out there, we're not tracking everything and not, making notes of what is working and what isn't working. So we constantly change because, oh, it's not getting me the result that I want. We change, and then we try something else, and then we that doesn't work. We change, we try something else. Then we want result faster, so we try something else, and a continuous loop. And that is why I'm a big believer in the rule of one. Right? You want to have one method of doing things. You want to have one traffic source. You want to have one sales process. You want to have one offer, and it makes it so much easier when you're tracking things and you're actually running things for a business. So let me give you some examples. Like, for example, with a restaurant, when you're doing your campaigns, you're sending out your offers, you're seeing what works, you need to track it. You want to find a way that you're able to track and see which offer people are taking you up on, and when they do take you up on that offer, how much money are they spending, right? All of this information will let you know which offer is working out best, which offer is giving you a better return on investment, right? And if you're not doing that, then you're just spewing out offers, you're just spewing out discounts here or there, or whatever you're doing to get people to come in, not knowing which one is working more effectively with your audience. And I think I did give an example of a restaurant where they had lunchtime being their slow time, right? And especially on Thursdays being their slow time of the week, right? And they didn't know why, they didn't know how. And they were doing a lot of promotions, they were doing a lot of things, but they just weren't getting people to come in on that day. And we did one simple thing. We did a deep dive research. We found out from their audience why is it that they're not buying at a certain time and what would make them buy. And then using that information, we were able to create an offer for them. But since working with that company, we're tracking everything. We know which offer is bringing in people the most and their spending habit. And now we're able to help them to track and improve their marketing efforts in a matter of just minutes. They're making a decision of, okay, I'm going to go with this instead of that, right? And it's the same thing if you're doing like a med spa, right? If you have a med spa and you're not tracking everything to see which promotion is working out, which email is converting, which subject, which landing page, all of these things you want to make sure you're tracking so that people are coming in and you know exactly what is pulling them in to your offer, right? And it doesn't matter what type of business you have. You want to track to make sure that you know what you're doing, how well it works. If you're running a digital marketing agency or any B2B style business, how much interactions did it take you to make that sale? You want to track those things, you want to have a record because that is how you improve. That's how you improve on the operations of your business. And you want your operations, your client acquisition, your fulfillment, everything to be running very well, right? So you want to track as much as you can so you can make those decisions and then know what is working and what isn't working, right? So, I mean, that's it for tip number 4. Like, we need to just start tracking everything, consciously, not just waiting, looking, not just ads. I know that people track ads because, for example, Facebook and Google, they're giving you those data and you have to go through it and figure it out if you're not used to it, to know what is working, what isn't working, and stuff like that. But other things in your business, you want to be able to track those and then improve upon them. All right, so that's it. If you are watching, or sorry, no, not watching, but if you're listening to this podcast and this is the first one that you've listened to, listen to the other 3 previous ones to this one, all right? And that will be the 4 tips that any business owner will need going into 2023, all right? And, here at Rebel Creatives, we practice what we preach, so we make sure that we are doing these things to improve in our business, and it's what works for us. So we share the knowledge, we share the tips, And that's what we've led us to build the system that we've built for the clients that we help, creative entrepreneurs that we've helped to unlock their revenue potential. So if you're at a point now where I encourage everybody to do some reflection, look at how 2022 has been for you, spend these last few days of the year to just reflect on what worked, what didn't work, what you want to achieve in the new year, what you achieved this year. We want to celebrate those wins, what we didn't achieve. We want to know where we fell short, right? So that we can improve on that for the next year. What I do is I help creative entrepreneurs to have their own marketing channel so that they can predictably increase their income, increase their revenue for their business month after month after month, right? So if this is something that you want to improve on, we may be able to help you, right? So I encourage you to reach out and we will, get to know you more, your business, your goals, and then see if it aligns with the methodology that's behind the rubber growth system. All right. And if it is, then we can work together and help you to have your own marketing channel that is working for you on autopilot to get you results. All right. We're tracking everything. You're getting the system built for you. It's working on your behalf, putting money in your bank account. That's how we like to do things because we want to remove the stress from running your marketing, right? And making all of those decisions and creating everything from scratch, right? But enough of that. Have a wonderful rest of the year and let's go into 2023 with a bang, with the right foot forward. So, listen to those last 4 episodes so you can see all of the tips. And remember, the tip number 4 is to track everything. No matter how small it may seem, track it because every single bit of data will help you to make factual decisions, not your opinions, not what you think people will gravitate to, what you think people will like, but what you know people want. And then you'll be able to better serve and make the best decisions in a very little time. All right. Again, thank you so much for being here and listening to these podcast episodes. Next year, we'll be doing things a little bit different, um, but not too different. Because I do these podcast episodes true to myself. Unscripted, just me on the cuff talking from my heart and trying to give value to the marketplace the best way I know I can. So I'm looking forward to 2023 and to continue doing these podcast episodes and giving even more value moving forward. I might do a season and I'm open to having interviews with a bunch of persons and stuff. If you are like me, you like my style, of doing things unscripted and just, speaking from the heart and stuff like that. And yeah, so always, if you want to learn more about what I do and how I can help, you can always go to my website, delanowallace.com, right? Just my name. And you're going to be able to learn more about what I do and how I help and who am I for, right? And if you see yourself in my content, right? If you see yourself in my invitation post and you want those outcomes, reach out to me, send me a DM, and we can start that conversation and see how it goes. Again, have a wonderful rest of the year. Can't wait for us to start 2023 with a bang, with the best foot forward and achieve our business goals. Delano signing out.